Hi everyone, it's Mary Weber again, and it's Italian Mosaic, and we're now down to day 7 and day 8 of the trip, and we're going to talk about Venice. So when we've left Lugano, we're going to be on our way to Venice Island, and that day there is the opportunity to take the optional granola, I was going to say granola ride. How about the gondola ride? Through the canals. And I mean, it might sound goofy and you think, nah, it's not worth it, but you know what, it's an experience, and I think it's well worth doing regardless. And if you don't take it, you wish you had, so go ahead and take it and have fun. And perhaps your gondolier will be singing away, and it's just a great opportunity to experience that. And I know you've probably seen that lots of times, whether in a movie or in a picture, that sort of thing. So it's definitely worth doing. So the next day we have a opportunity, or not opportunity, I guess it's our guided walk to St. Mark's Square. And St. Mark's Square is the famous square in Venice, and it's a huge square surrounded by shops and restaurants and lots of pigeons, and so you can pick up a very expensive coffee, or you can have a dinner in the evening along there. And quite often the restaurants along there in the evening will have an orchestra playing, so it's really quite nice on a nice evening to be sitting out there, even though the meal could be very expensive. And it's just a lovely experience to be there. So if it's a busy time of year, there could be a lot of people in the square. And then right next to it is St. Mark's Church, and then the Doge's Palace, and that's all included in this trip for you to see. Along the way, you'll also see the Bridge of Sighs, and the Bridge of Sighs is really the bridge where on one side of the street was the prison, and on the other side, across from the bridge, was where all the other people were, maybe friends, relatives, wives, children of the people that were in prison. And it was like you could hear the sighing of these people because they could never touch or, be with their families again. So again, that's the Bridge of Sighs, so you get to see that. If you get an opportunity to, it's just fun to go down some of the little alleyways and whatever. We came across a wedding the one time that we were going, and that was just neat to see what they do in an Italian wedding, and how beautifully dressed everybody was, and how much fun they were having. And there's just little nooks and crannies, shopping, and a great opportunity to, especially in the evening, because the locals will come out more in the evening because they hope that most of the tourists are gone that come in and into their place during the daytime. I remember going many years ago on a ship, and it was a great way to get an overview of Venice as you're traveling in, because you're up so high and you'd be able to see all the little canals and from the ship. So it was an excellent way to see it. They're not allowing the big ships in anymore, so I was extremely lucky to be able to do that at one time. So no matter what, you will really love. It's just a new, unique, again, and different place to see, and you've heard about it. Now you want to be there and see as much as you can see, because it's just such a lovely place. So here we are, St. Mark's Square, and you can just get an idea of what that kind of looks like. And if I was doing a PowerPoint, I'd have a lot more pictures, but because I just wanted to talk a bit more about this trip, and just give you more information by me talking. This is the Rialto Bridge, again, another famous bridge in Venice, and it's fun to just go and take a picture over there. And no matter where you go here, and you'll also go and do a glass blowing exhibit. And if you want, you may want to buy some blown glass. I know I've bought some jewelry, or hand-blown glass jewelry there on trips. That's what I used to do, is buy jewelry when I was traveling. It didn't take up very much space, but it sure cost a lot more. And here is just a little bit more of the square as well. And you can see there's lots of pigeons. They like to dive bomb in there. And St. Mark's is right there. And just think, you're going to be there. And inside, the art, the painting inside is just so unbelievable. In all parts of Italy, because art was such a big, for whatever reason, so many of the artists during the Renaissance came from Italy. And so the painting and everything is just, you just be dumbfounded, basically, because it is so beautiful. And again, here's a gondola. Maybe you'll take one of those and have that experience of the gondolier singing, that sort of thing. So anyways, you won't be disappointed. It's just such a phenomenal place to go. So that is Venice, and then we're going to be off to Assisi. So because there's it's just the next day, I'm just going to talk briefly about Assisi. So St. Francis of Assisi, you'll get to see the basilica named after him, and he's very famous. Everybody heard of St. Francis of Assisi, and he's revered for his love of the Eucharist and the earth. And Francis lived here and he died here. So it's beautiful. The basilica, all of that is so beautiful to see, and you'll see the beautiful frescoes inside of the church as well. So that is part of leaving Venice Island and then stopping in Assisi, and then from there we're going to go on to Sorrento, and I will talk about Sorrento on our next video.